What's going on, guys? My name is Darren, and I wanted to give you my thoughts and feelings on the whole situation with Captain America needs a boyfriend. First of all, I just want to let everybody know that I am personally for keeping Captain America the way he is. I don't think that we need to be concerned with the sexuality of a character. If we look at the socio idea of Captain America being the way he is, a bisexual in 1940, that's not going to exist. Especially a character that is gay isn't going to be coming out as gay. So what's the point in trying to make him into a gay character when there's really no gay people that really come out and stand out back then? I know a lot of people are going to say, well, there are some exceptions. There's obviously a lot of people think that Eleanor Roosevelt was a lesbian, but that's besides the point. There are gay people in history, and that's fine, but only 1%, 1.6 according to the CDC, is gay, and 1.4% of those people are bisexual. Now, a lot of people say, well, listen, Darren, there's transgenders, which, by the way, I believe the statistic is 0.3% of the world is a transgender, which, personally, you can say what you want, but I just believe that based on what I see. If I go out on the street, I don't think I see a single transgender. I think I met one time in a grocery store that rang me out, and that's the only transgender that I've really come across that's a tried and true transgender. Now, maybe some people might say that that's because they're not coming out, and that's fine. We'll see what happens as time goes on and more people come out. But as of right now, the CDC didn't do a survey. I don't take surveys as real evidence. The CDC did a study trying to find what the health risks, the health habits, that's what I'm looking for, the health habits were of these gay people. And what they found was about 1.6%, like I said, identify as gay or lesbian, and 1.4% identify as bisexual. So that would mean that if you went out on the street, 3 out of 100 people would identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual. So what I want you to do is I want you to go outside and I want you to find 100 people and ask them, are you gay? Are you a lesbian? Or bisexual or straight? I would be willing to bet that if you go outside of your college campus, go into a city or a town, and you ask 100 people, you maybe might find one. I think that's just the statistics on it. I mean, you can spend all day trying to surround yourself with gay people, or lesbians, or bisexuals, pansexuals, asexuals, whatever you want to call it. You can do that. And then you can say, oh, well, everybody's gay. There's 50% of the population that's gay. But that's not really true. The people I know, in a company that I work for, there's about 300 people, give or take a few. They have maybe 10 gay people that I know of personally in that company. And I won't tell you my position, but in that company, I deal with everybody in the company. So I know that when I look and I get to know these people, and they talk about their husbands or their wives or their girlfriends, and you kind of know what they are. There's about 10 people in that company of 300 who are gay. So, and I live in a place where is very accepting of gays. So it's not like people haven't come out. You know, if you want to be gay, that's fine. But don't try and tell me that I have to make my superhero, the man I look up to, my children look up to tell me that I have to allow him to just become bisexual all of a sudden. It doesn't make sense. I'm fine if you want to have a bisexual superhero. I guess there's some X-Men that's gay, and then of course there's Wonder Woman for DC Comics who's apparently a lesbian. And I'm fine with that. But don't keep pushing a gay agenda into Hollywood. I also want to just advocate for a second for Muslims, Jews, Christians, like true Christians. I'm not talking about, oh, these are Christians, they kind of go to church and you get the typical thing. I'm talking about real Christians, evangelical Christians, that sort of thing. Um, Black Baptist people. There's tons of people, fat people, for instance. There's tons of people that aren't represented, but we don't care about that. Back to the Christian thing for just a second, okay, and the Muslim thing. Certainly, we don't see Muslims in the movie theaters. You don't see any Muslim superhero. And none of the superheroes come out and say, I'm a Muslim. I believe in Muslimism. Or Islam, I'm sorry. One of the reasons why fat people aren't superheroes is because they can't, it's not the same. It's not quite the same thing as having a very nice, strong character. And one of the reasons why you don't have religious superheroes is because religion doesn't play into the whole superhero role, like I was just saying. However, neither does being gay. I understand we have romantic things for superheroes, and that's fine. But as a whole, I think romance needs to stay out of the movie theater when it comes to superhero movies. I understand a love story, but when the entire story is pushed by that one narrative, that's when I think, we're losing the point of having superheroes. Avengers, let's take for instance the movie Avengers. You have a group of people that are getting together to fight for a cause. Superheroes. Sure, there's romance and funny things put in there that don't have anything to do with the superheroes themselves. But in the end, it's all about that narrative. It's all about pushing that story forward and those heroes saving the day at the end of the day. So I want to go back to the point that I was making before, where why does Captain America need to be gay? What would be the point? Why not make a new character and have him be gay? And then you can have him be whatever you want. I don't understand it. I'd even be fine with a gay man falling in love with Captain America and Captain America having to say, whoa, listen. We don't need to be in this sort of relationship. I'm not interested in you. But I understand why you have feelings for me. And I want you to know that I appreciate that. Okay? And that's a good common ground, I think. But I just want to also mention, one of the reasons why I'm making this video, other than make a new character who's gay, is there's an over-representation in Hollywood of gay people. Okay? At least from my point of view. Like I said, at my work, I have 10 people that identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual out of 300. I'll just do the math real quick on that. We'll take a look here. 10 out of 300. That's 0.03 of my workplace. So, if you actually went out on the street and you talked with people and you asked them what they identify with, I would bet that most of the people on the street identify as straight, cisgendered. It's just a matter of fact, and you can argue the statistics all you want. I personally want to go with the CDC's study, that there's 0.3, but certainly you can go out and figure it out for yourself. Make your own statistics, do your own study, and do a video. And if you legitimately find random people out on the street, and you go ahead and can I find 3 out of 100 people that are gay, or more, then I'll start to believe your viewpoint. But I just don't. I know in my neighborhood right now, where I'm sitting recording this video, I don't know. Well, no, there's one lesbian couple at the end of my street. Everybody else identifies as straight, cisgendered. It's just the truth. And facts can hurt your feelings, and that's fine. But I want you all to know that when you argue these things, you need to be very careful that you don't take your perspective from your friends, your group of friends. If you have a lot of gay friends, you'll think that there are a lot of gay people in the world. If you have a lot of Trump supporter friends, you're going to think that everybody supports Trump. So what you associate with is what you're going to believe. So that's kind of where I'm at on that whole situation. I'll kind of let you guys go. It's been 12 minutes on this video. I'm sure none of you guys have stayed to this point, but if you have, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Either way, whatever you believe, my primary purpose in posting this video is just to kind of get myself out there and get you guys to do your own studies. I'm fine if you disagree with me, but I want you to go out there and really look and find as many people as you can. Do it on camera so I can believe you, and find as many people as you can, and do your own study and find out the statistics, because maybe I'm wrong. I could be. The other thing I want to say is I saw a statistic today that somebody had posted. They said 50% of teenagers don't identify as straight, cisgendered. When you're looking at teenagers, the problem is that most teenagers don't even know who they are in general. They don't know what they're going to be. They don't know where they're going to go in life. And they're experimenting. So you can't take a statistic like that seriously. When they get off to college, they may change their mind, and when they get into the real world, they may change their mind more. And that's, again, fine. It's fine to trying to discover who you are. The only difference is that I just want to say is, if that's true, then you can't say that people coming out of the closet, people haven't come out of the closet yet, to give weight to the 1.3 to 1.6% statistic. Either people have come out or they haven't. You can't have these two statistics and expect me to believe them both. They're not it's just not true. And I know for a fact that 75% of the world is not gay, and this everybody but me is, not telling me that they're gay or transgender or whatever. It doesn't make sense. So I'm trying to make sense out of this, and I want you guys to go out there and prove me wrong. Okay, I want you to prove me wrong. So go out there, do it. Let me know what you find. This is Darren, and we'll see you guys next time.